We got to learn to say no. But if we can't even say no to ourselves, what makes you think that you're going to be able to say no to anybody else? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Albert Lopez. If this is the first time that you're here, I talk about fitness, health, and money, finances in the most basic way. Just baby steps is what I call them, because baby steps got me momentum, and momentum got me progress and measurable results in a very short period of time, something that I was trying to do all my life. So I can try to keep it real basic, real beginner, just so you get started. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Oh, by the way, if you're new here and you're liking the whole vibe and everything, what we talk about, I invite you to subscribe. And then if you got any questions or anything, you know what to do. Put them in the comments. So the thing about it is, we gotta learn to say no, and that's very important. Boundaries, limitations, what you believe in, what are your values, and those are all constructed through your habits. What you stand for. Those habits are led by your purpose, and your purpose is driven, of course, by your thoughts, which control your attitude, which control your thoughts, feelings, and actions. I talk about that a lot here because it's the fundamental, it's the foundation for everything else. It's all based on discipline. Get rid of some stuff here. It's all based on discipline. If you could get yourself, that's the number one thing you should strive for, is to have a tremendous amount of discipline. Because if you have discipline, everything falls under discipline. The discipline is controlled by your mindset, your attitude. You have a high attitude, you're going to have high thoughts, high feelings, high actions. Those things control your habits. And your habits is what builds your reality. Now, one of the main things in being able to say no is having discipline. Discipline is built by restraint. The way I found out that the way I found out by learning, applying, and getting a result was when I learned about tracking your food. Restraining yourself from just eating anything and everything that you want builds your discipline, because you literally have to say, no, I'm not going to eat like that. I'm not going to eat that. I'm only going to eat a certain amount of that. I'm going to learn how much of that I want to eat, which is why tracking your macros is the best form of dieting. And what I mean by diet, I don't mean you're going to be on a diet and off a diet. It just means that that's the structured way you eat now, which you learn what your body's supposed to consume, how much of it, depending on your height, your current weight, your age, your level of activity, your gender, and what you want to do. Because some people are skinny fat and some people are just overweight fat. So sometimes some people need to put on weight and exercise. Some people need to lose weight and exercise to get you to that point where you're supposed to look what you're supposed to look like. We're built a certain way. You want to go see what a man's structure is supposed to be like? Go look at any superhero movie or any video game that has just like a beast, characters in it. The muscles, the curves, the abs, yeah, like that. Same with the woman superheroes. Yeah, like that. Strive to look like that by applying discipline. How do you build that discipline? You build the discipline by restraint, keeping yourself from doing the things that you want to do, the pleasure chasing, the instant gratification stuff. Instant gratification, of course, if you want to eat whatever you want to eat, that's instant gratification. It tastes good, it feels good, it makes you, what do they call it, comfort food for? The heck you want to be comfortable for? Growth comes through discomfort. When I saw that sign, I saw it in a sign the other day to a restaurant, and no malice or anything, I'm not hating, but it said, comfort food. It's like, really? By tracking your macros, no food is off limits, by the way. That's another thing that I thought was like beast. Like, no food is off limits? No food is off limits. You just have to track it correctly so it fits your nutrition, so it fits what you got. I mean, I laugh with my daughter because she even says, like, yeah, part of my macros is Cheetos. Yeah, so is mine. I know that if I want to have Cheetos that day, I know how to eat that day to where I could have a certain amount of Cheetos, the crunchy ones, and it fits my nutrition for that day. We have pizza every Saturday, homemade pizza. That's a factor. It's homemade. We know what goes into it. Quality ingredients. So we know how to structure it. We know how to put it together. We know how much we can have to where we're like, yes, it's so good. We enjoy it. And it still fits our macros, the way we're supposed to consume that day. So by doing all the work to get to that, it's not just like eat free for all. Well, you have to measure it out. You got to see what it is. You got to go over the ingredients that are going in there. What are their macro nutrient values that it has? The size, downloading the app. It's a learning curve. It's a learning process. There's a learning curve to knowing what you're supposed to eat. But that's part of the discipline building. Oh, I got to learn this. Discomfort. Yeah, you got to. You choose to. You make yourself do it because of the curiosity that started it all. And now you know, if I'm going to eat pizza on Saturday night, that means my breakfast looks like this, my lunch looks like this. No Cheetos that day. Amongst other things, no avocado, no stuff that I would normally eat during the week to get my fats up. But I know that pizza has a certain amount, it's heavy on fats, some carbs, very little protein. I know that my earlier meals are going to be low in fats, low in carbs, high in protein. That's just a little side note. All that, I didn't know none of this. Less than a year ago, nothing. It took curiosity. That's the baby step. That's your conscience finally getting through to you. And you having a level of maturity and being done with a certain part of your hero's journey that says, yeah, it's time. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, let's find out a little bit more. You start researching it. You start finding out. You find out that it's really easy. You apply it. You go from curiosity to the baby step of researching and saying yes to your curiosity, not ignoring it, because you know that it's something that, what is it? Do the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you know that you should. That's after curiosity, because it's like, should I? I don't know. You check it out. More curiosity. You try it. You start making mistakes up and down. There you go. That's the baby steps. You get it. You try it for a day. It's like, that feels different. Baby step. The next day, that feels different. Another baby step. Next thing you know, you're walking. Next thing you know, you're running. You're creating what? Momentum and progress. All that, from the moment you said yes to curiosity, was discipline. That discipline is built moment by moment, where you have to apply discipline. Doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them. Dieting, tracking your food, not eating anything and everything that sounds good as much as you want. That stops. To what? To build discipline. You're saying no to that. You're saying no to the taste buds. You're saying no to your old habits. Now you're starting to say no to who? The most important person in your life, which is you. You say no to you and you put yourself on check, like, no, we're listening to my conscience. My conscience is running this operation. We're gonna fulfill what we know, the things that we know that we should be doing, that we don't want to do, and the things that we know that we shouldn't be doing, eating like trash, we're not gonna do. Why? Because it builds discipline. Not because I want to lose weight. That's a prize. That's a result. You want to know what other result you get? What other prize you get from the source of creation? God. Confidence. You can't go get confidence anywhere else. You can't buy confidence. Confidence isn't a new black shirt. A confidence isn't a fresh haircut. A confidence isn't getting your skin done, getting your eyebrows done, getting your car clean, detailed. That's not confidence. That's just, it feels good. It's instant gratification. True confidence, when you strip yourself from everything and you still feel like, yeah, what? I'm killing it. I don't care that you can't see anything that I have or I have accomplished. But inside, this feeling of, I could do it, what? It's a combination of having discipline, because confidence matches the amount of discipline that you have. If you have a lot of discipline, you automatically, through God, are gifted that confidence. All by saying no to you. No to the self. No to the instant gratification. No to the I thought about it today. I might press pause just to think about it, because I knew I was going to forget. It's another form of ego. Ego, when ego doesn't have discipline, when the ego doesn't feel the sense, when the ego doesn't feel the sense of confidence, it uses courage and creates fake confidence, synthetic confidence, which is arrogance. I did remember. All right, I thought about this early this morning. Then arrogance comes in, and we think that, wow, he's so confident. No, it's just, he's arrogant. He's arrogant because the ego didn't, like, we need something to show because we don't feel good. There's a void here. We don't have any confidence. Let's use our courage. Let's use our courage to be arrogant. We need our ego. Our ego is important. But our ego needs to be a tool. It needs to function correctly. And the ego will function correctly when it's put on check by the conscience and you give it enough discipline. And of course, what matches the discipline always? Confidence. The ego will know what to do. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. How do we do it? The ego is the secondary power to, because you gotta feel that confidence, and you gotta feel like, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did. Not synthetic, like, yeah, we found that. Yeah, it's ours. Like, yeah, you found it. You didn't earn that. Well, let's feel real arrogant about having it. Yeah, but you found it, or you stole it, or you conned somebody for it. You tricked somebody for it. You didn't earn it. Now, when you actually have discipline and confidence, the ego comes out like, yeah, we did that. That's how those abs appeared. We were disciplined enough to not eat like trash. We ate correctly. We took the time and we waited. And we were patient. We did it moment by moment, day by day, week by week, month by month. And all of a sudden, they appeared. And you could express it. Express it by what? By standing up tall. Express it by walking around. Expressing by not hiding it. Not bringing it down. Not saying, oh, that's nothing. Show it off. Show it off. Take the pictures. Show your abs. Be proud of your hard work. That's the ego showing confidence. Because it was based on a purpose. What was the purpose? To create the version of you that you would respect and admire so you could help others do the same. I'm not showing it to be arrogant. I'm showing it to inspire. It's possible. Some regular dude is doing it. You can too. Live a better life. Live on purpose. Become the version of you that you respect and admire so you can help others do the same and evolve humanity. Evolve your peer group, the people on your block, the people at your place of work, the people that live at your pad, your loved ones. Teach them how to say no. So now you have the discipline to do one of the most difficult things, which is restrain yourself from meeting everything and anything that you want. You get up, you minimize your sleep. You wake up at an uncomfortable time. That's another way to build discipline. It's also a way to show gratitude. Just like exercising. Exercising is a way to show gratitude. I'm investing into my body. In reality, also, we're investing into our attitude, because exercising elevates the attitude. You say no to rest, you say no to sleep, and you say no to food. Exercise, diet, wake-up time. Mind, body, soul. You're able to say no to the desires of the self. We want to sleep a lot. We want to eat a lot. We want to rest a lot. So we're not saying no to the most important person to us. How are we going to be able to say no to the person that wants to overconsume other things? Be late over here. Don't show any commitment over here. Carry yourself in a C, D quality type of way. Don't have any high values. Not caring. Criticizing. Talking smack. Hating. Instead of lifting other people up. How are you not going to say no to that? You're going to easily fall into the trap and participate in the poor eating, in the poor activities, in the shaming others, talking smack about others, putting them down on their successes or their struggles, failures, whatever. Maybe things that they can't change. There's things you can't change. If that person can't change those things about them, it shouldn't, what are they going to do? Somebody would, I'm 5'6", not the tallest dude in the world. Somebody would talk smack about me. Haha, you're short, whatever. It's like, God, what do you want me to do? When I was overweight and someone say, hey, what's up? You're better than that. Come on, stop being fat. Like, I know I could do something about that. Track my food. Have some discipline. Be a good example. Elevate my what? My confidence. Oh, you're going to do it? No. That's a gift from the Creator. Because I am working on myself. I am investing in myself. I do care about this body. I am grateful for having this body that's allowing me to experience life. That's brought through building my discipline. You build discipline by restraint. Discipline and The mindset, discipline, and the attitude go hand in hand. That's why diet and exercise are just so important. You diet for the discipline, you exercise for the attitude. You need the discipline to exercise because there's going to be cold, dark, rainy, tired, frustrated, overwhelmed days that you're going to say, I'm going to skip it today. What do you need there? That's the ego saying, nah, we can skip. We've done a lot. That's where you need the discipline that you built through dieting to say, no, we're going to do it. No, we're not going to rest. No, we're not going to skip. There's that no. No, we're not going to say it's okay. No, we're not going to say we deserve the rest. We're going to put in the work because of that work is why we're making the progress that we're making. Learn to say no to the low vibing you, to the low attitude you. That's the old you. That low vibing you, that low attitude you has been created because of your habits. Your habits are created because of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. And your thoughts, feelings, and actions are dictated by your attitude, which you control with exercise. The reason why you've had a bad attitude, the reason why you can't say no to anybody, is because you have no discipline. You start building discipline by restraining the things that you enjoy. Exercise, diet, wake-up time. Rest, sleep, food. You'd build discipline, and you have the discipline to say, no, we are going to exercise so we can elevate our attitude, so we can elevate our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions, so we can elevate our habits. If we could say no to the most important person to us, which is ourselves, that's how we're able to say no to bad influences or influences that we don't want to take part of. Where you get, hey, we're still down, we could kick it, but no, I'm not gonna do that. That's not what I'm about. I'm able to say no, despite what you're gonna say, despite the roasting, the insulting, the talking smack, your opinion. I'm cool. Yeah. If it gets too much, I'll just leave. But you guys want to respect my no. It's gonna be no. It's cool. Eventually, you'll start finding your place, and you'll know that maybe you're outgrowing certain things. But even if it's just like a situation where it's like, oh, here's the offer because you're in a group setting, you're able to say no to loved ones, to relatives, to coworkers, to whatever, friends, neighbors, to the refrigerator that's there with stuff in it. If you want to start learning and being able to say no to the outside people, start working on being able to say no to the person inside, the most important person to you, which is you. Thanks for hanging out. You got any questions? Leave them in the comments. I'll make another video answering your question. Also, too, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and that notification bell and all that good stuff. Do that. Like the video if you dug it. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.